Hello, beautiful friends. This is Erika. Here to do a special video that is a video I do once in a while, but it felt like it was time to do this again. And this is what I'm calling a video, which is trying to get an understanding about why Divine Masculine is slow in taking action. And this is going to be a message from him and getting an understanding of why he may be slow in progressing things, moving things forward, so that the Divine Feminine can understand his journey. Now, this is a video intended for people who have a special someone in mind, somebody that they've either been in partnership with for a while, maybe they were together and they broke up, someone you would consider potentially a soulmate. Not just casual dating. This is something that is, a substantial relationship. So with that, I want to welcome all of you that are new to my channel. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back to all of you that have been here and commenting. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to do something new that I've never done before today in this video. And I'm just going to go with it because it's guidance I was given, and I questioned it with my logical mind when Spirit was guiding me to do this, and I was like, really? No, I've never done that before. And they're like, yeah, you're going to do it today. So who's to question Spirit, right? So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to use a deck that I recently bought just a few days ago. Never have seen it before, whether in person, in a store before, or even having anybody else use it on the video. Not that people don't use it. I just personally haven't seen it. So this is completely this deck that has come out of the blue for me. I buy it without even being able to open it because I don't normally do this, but I happened to be in Barnes and Noble. And I was browsing the section, and they had a huge selection, and I was impressed because there were a lot of decks I don't see in other metaphysical bookstores, and so I thought that was kind of interesting because that normally does not happen with Barnes and Noble. And so, of course, it's shrink wrapped in plastic, right? So I can't look at the deck. Usually I like to look at the demo deck and get a feel for it, look at the imagery, see if it speaks to me before I purchase a deck. I just go with where I'm drawn. And for some reason, Spirit's like, no, this one. So I bought it. And I've had it now since, Saturday? And what's today? Tuesday, so 3 days. Haven't even opened it yet. But I just opened it a few minutes ago. So I did my usual ritual with opening the deck and welcoming it, imbuing it with my energy and my intention. And I've shuffled, but I've not pulled any cards in a reading for myself yet, because that's what I usually like to do as well. So this is completely out of my quote-unquote comfort zone, but I'm going to go with what Spirit is giving me to do, so I'm just going to roll with it. Okay, so this is the Crystal Power Tarot by Jane Wallace. And like I said, I have never used it before. And what is really interesting is that this deck is extremely hard to shuffle. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because something about the coating on the outside. It's like, it's not smooth, and so they seem to be getting stuck. But even just, I don't know why. There's a reason, and we're going to see why this comes out. Maybe because there's some messages needing to come through this. But what we're going to look at today is we're going to take a look at the Divine Masculine. Message from the Masculine, and what is going on in his life, what's going on in his inner world and outer world, and what he knows about his Divine Feminine, what he knows about his relationship with her, and why he's just slow in taking action. Now, this is, again, a general reading. Lately, I've been tuning into more than one segment of the collective energy for Sacred Masculine, Sacred Feminine. So we'll see what comes through today. And but we're also going to take a look at how he's rationalizing things to himself right now, what he wants with his divine feminine. So we're going to just get a sense of what's going on with him as to why it's taking a while for him to move things forward. Because that's one of the number one questions that I get. And we're just going to see what Spirit wants to say, because, you know, the reasons he was slow in moving things forward in the past likely are different now. So this is going to be a check-in. And again, my videos are intended to be timeless, so whenever you find this, you will get the message when it is intended for you. So let's get an overall sense of what's going on with the Divine Masculines right now that are slow in taking action. What does Spirit want us to know today? What's going on with him and his... Where's he at? So we're getting the Page of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Moon. Okay. So right away I'm laughing because each of these cards has a little affirmation at the bottom. So the recent past here is this Page of Swords energy, which typically is an energy of somebody who is embarking on a new phase of the journey, a phase with truth, with some knowledge. He may not quite know what to do with this knowledge yet because he's a page, but there's been a lot of transformation here. And this is somebody who sometimes they can be the observer. They can be very curious. Sometimes this can be somebody watching you from a distance, whether in person, whether on social media, somebody who's observing and very curious. But this guy here looks pretty stern. He's like, don't mess with me. Like he may be a page and new to having this sword, but he's kind of looking like, hey, you know, I've got this, back off, I got this, which is interesting because the affirmation here is I take care of the detail and stay in control. So the recent past with this Divine Masculine is he's definitely been, it's like he wants to do things his way. He doesn't want to be pressured into anything. He doesn't want to feel guilted into anything. He doesn't want to feel like he's taking action before he's ready. And he's the page, so he certainly could have recently communicated this, and he's trying to stay in control, even though he's in kind of new territory and not feeling very versed in it yet. But there's definitely an element of like, hey, I got this, like, back off. I'm just getting this real intense back off energy, and that's not intended as a negative or being said very harshly, but it's almost like, I know what to do. I might be new at this, but don't come in and try to help me. Don't come in and try to, it's like, I'm going to take care of this. And even though I'm young, not quite mature yet, I know what I'm doing. But he is trying to maintain a sense of control. But because what I'm getting drawn to here is the butterflies all around him, this transformation that's happening. So his current energy is coming in as this King of Wands energy. And this is someone who's confident, someone who's accomplished, somebody who's powerful, somebody who's passionate, someone who's creative. So he's emerged into this King of Wands energy. So because potentially there's been a bit of this backing off, like keeping things at an arm's distance in the past, he is now coming across as this King of Wands, which is, I am successful at all I do. Now this certainly can indicate potentially success in his career. And when I'm saying masculine and feminine, please know that this is not gender specific. This is an energy. We all embody masculine and feminine energy within us. Most of us are primarily one energy, and we may be any gender, and sometimes we may flip-flop in the energies based on the circumstances in our lives. So just please understand when I'm saying this doesn't necessarily mean gender. But I use the pronouns to refer to him and her, for divine feminine, for her, divine masculine, him. So I know I have a lot of new viewers. That's why I wanted to just take a moment and explain that, because I do get some questions about that. So he's definitely in this energy of confidence and success at this time. And what's coming in here for him is the moon. This is the moon. This is the symbolic of the intuition. This is symbolic of the divine feminine. This is him connecting to his emotional body and understanding his intuition. And we're getting both the masculine, which is the sunshine here. I'm getting just radiant sun energy coming through with this King of Wands. And here we're getting the moon, which is intuition, receptivity, nurturing. But it's about seeing things that maybe were previously hidden. And so the energy here is, it says, my intuition guides me to the right decision. So just overall, what I'm feeling from this masculine who's taking a lot of time to take some action is that he wants it to be of his own volition. He wants it to be when he's ready. It feels like he's ready here. He feels really confident. And he's moving into trusting his intuition about when to make the move, how to make the move, how to make the approach. But in the past, he wasn't quite ready to, and he was trying to just get some space to be able to just figure it out in the mental space. But now it's like he's ready and he's waiting for the time. Okay, so let's see what's going on in his in his outer world. These could be outer circumstances. This could be outer energies. But what's happening in his outer world right now? We're getting the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So what it feels like here is that he's come to this place of really understanding his place, understanding where he's going, what he's here to do, what he's here to accomplish. And but he is a little bit worn out from this discovery, from this journey that has led him to this understanding. You know, it's like you're climbing this mountain, He's gotten up to the top of the mountain in terms of understanding what he's here to do, but it's like he's now, I gotta take a break, I gotta take a rest. I've done all this work and I just need to take a little bit of a break to recover his vitality. But he's sure of who he is. But he is currently, fighting his battles carefully. There's been a lot of energies coming in the collective where there are people coming at the divine masculine, people around him. These could be family members. These could be friends. These could be his own limiting beliefs. But it's like one thing at a time. He's trying to handle the different things coming towards him, and he can't do it all at once. So he's prioritizing right now. He can't do it all. This is why he's tired. There's some energy of fatigue. He needs to rejuvenate. He needs to recover his vitality. But there's definitely, see how this guy's holding in this like guarded energy. All of a sudden this Knight, which is the next deck in the series, he's actually taking the sword to use it. The sword of truth, the sword of clarity. The clarity that he had here, that he may have communicated or may have not been willing to communicate because of this, he now has this. So there's definitely some sort of, he may be having some other priorities to handle right now. And he's just listening to his intuition. There's just this energy of moving things forward in his truth. He may be making some changes in his life, in his outer circumstances, where he lives, what he does for a living, who he hangs out with. So let's see here what's going on in his inner world. We're getting the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Look at all these swords energy, guys. So much mental energy here. Clearing out of the mental energy. So he's ready for this truth. He knows this clarity. He has this truth. This is why he's holding it there, but he may not have been communicating it, or if he communicated something, it might have been abrupt. It might have been premature, not fully developed yet, what his communication wanted to be compared to what it is right now. So he is, the card here says, I'm ready for a breakthrough to success. I'm strong for as long as I need to be strong. The Nine of Wands. This is a card about not giving up. This is about someone who's battle worn, who's passionate. He's close to the finish line. He's not quite there yet, but he's not going to give up. And the Ten of Swords here, I see the truth in this ending. And what I'm getting drawn to in his inner world, we're getting the Ace and we're getting the 10. That's a complete cycle. And right in the middle is the 9 of Wands. So what I feel like is he is very close to the ending of the difficult time that he's gone through from this clarity. The clarity that has brought about, like I said, changes in his life, things he's shifted, things that he has done differently, things that he's needing to let go of, things like he's needing to clear out. But because I've got the Ace here with the 9 really close to the 10, so it just feels like he's not too much further before this completion of the cycle is over. This difficult cycle, this cycle of something having to end, but seeing the truth in it, seeing the lesson in it. It may not have been easy. Could have been about betrayal. Could have been about potentially even addictions ending here. But there's definitely... his inner world is... his inner world is relatively clear for relating to his feminine. It's just things in the outer world that have to get taken care of first. So let's see what he knows about his divine feminine. What does the masculine know about his feminine, please? The Two of Wands. He wants to continue this partnership, that's for sure. He wants to continue from where they've started. This is a passionate partnership. This is a spiritual partnership. This is a partnership where he knows he may have a choice of which path to take. But to me, this is a continuation. And in this deck, the affirmation is I focus on what I want and make it happen. So what he's saying here is that when he knows what he wants, when he focuses, it happens. It's a very Aries energy. Aries is a sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's the warrior. It's the energy of when I set my sights on something, I will get it. But until I choose take that action, it's going to stay in its place. So he knows that his feminine is something that he wants, and it is something he wants to focus on. But he does, again, in his outer world, have some things that are interfering with this at this time. Not interfering, but just more, and not even a distraction. That's not the right word. It's just more things going on and just wanting to conserve his energy when he's ready to make that move. So let's see what he knows about his relationship with his divine feminine. The Two of Swords. Whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. So some of them may be at a crossroads here, trying to decide and trying to make the decisions. Because with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords here, it's definitely, it's that someone can be at a crossroads, trying to decide between two options. Not being willing to decide, not being sure of the decision, pretending there is no need to make a decision. But it does feel like he knows that I'm just getting drawn to whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. And if I want to make this happen, I will put all of my energy into it. And this is about the relationship with his divine feminine. Because this is what he knows about his feminine. This is what he knows about the relationship. So he knows that this relationship with his feminine is what's making him be in this King of Wands, this beautiful yellow energy, right? He knows she lights him up from the inside. Regarding the relationship, he may not be moving forward because he's still in this place of potentially deciding what course of action to take. He's getting closer to the decision. Let's see what else. I'm going to pull another card on the Two of Swords. This one wants to come out. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah. He knows that when he gives to this, he's going to give to it. And until he's ready to really give to it fully, he may be stuck in this little bit of a crossroads, because it just feels like, because the Six of Pentacles is about balancing, equal give and take, giving and receiving, a balanced relationship, a balanced partnership. And so if he's not moving forward, if he's still stuck in this, pre-decision place, he's trusting in it. He's trusting it being for the best. Let's see how he's rationalizing this to himself right now. How is he rationalizing to himself that he's not really moving it forward yet, even though he knows this about his feminine? And guys, I am going to be doing an extended version. So if this is tuning into your situation, I am going to be doing an extended over on my website, which is going to get more in depth, more into what he's afraid of, what his heart is telling him, what he's consciously working on relating to the relationship, what's unconsciously affecting him, what he's healing, what does he really want the divine feminine to know, and then we're going to pull guidance cards for both masculine and feminine. So that's going to be, if this is tuning into you, if you're interested in going more detailed, I will be doing that, and the link is going to be down below. But let's see what he is currently rationalizing, how he's rationalizing his lack of forward movement to himself right now. The Seven of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Exactly. So the Seven of Wands again, the Seven of Wands can be an energy of picking your battles. And what's interesting is in this deck, the Knight of Swords came through as the picking of the battles. And here it is again. So what he's saying to himself as to why he's not moving it forward at this time or as quickly as maybe the divine feminine would like him to, is he is actively holding true to his values. He is battling, he's choosing his battles wisely, and he's going to make sure that he chooses ones that matter to him. He's not going to pay attention to the BS that used to distract him. It's like he's starting to conserve his energy for the important things. And he wants to do things in the right way. He wants to make a legitimate approach. He doesn't want to screw it up. He doesn't want to do things too quickly, too impulsively. Because I don't know if you're noticing here, but look at all we're basically got wands and swords here. Couple pentacles. But the passion, he feels the passion and he wants to take action and move forward, but he doesn't want to do it too quickly. He wants it to be made on a stable, based on a stable foundation. And in this deck, it's called I Deserve Financial Security. So some of them may be trying to shore up some things in their financial world right now, making sure that they have things stable and in order so that then when they turn their focus to their divine feminine, that they will have the bandwidth to be able to do so. He's clearing out some things right now that are taking some of his energy that he doesn't, they're not a good use of his energy. And he's also saying that he knows he can do this. This is about, the Three of Wands is about making long-term plans for the future, knowing where you're going, having a vision. And I can't help but look at how this guy's sitting. He's looking out in the distance. In the traditional tarot, the person is looking out into the distance, waiting for his ships to come in. And he's looking in the distance, and he knows this. He knows where he's going. He may have some financial priorities to think of, to take care of first, but he's planning. He's definitely planning. And so the way he's rationalizing not moving forward yet is because he's actually actively working on his plan and figuring that out. So let's see what he wants with his divine feminine. Let's wrap up here with, what does he want with his divine feminine? There's the Queen of Cups. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. He wants his divine feminine. And what's interesting, so there's crystals on each of these cards. And I'm getting drawn to the fact that this is the Angel Aura Quartz. And where is my Angel Aura Quartz? I just rearranged everything yesterday here in my office. And my Angel Aura Quartz was here. Where the heck did it go? Okay, it doesn't matter. It's been sitting here in my last recent videos for a long time. And ironic that it's not here right now. Where the heck is it? Oh my gosh, here, it's right in front of me. Here it is. This is an Angel Aura Quartz. But this is about supporting, trusting, and following your heart. Because the question I asked was, what does he want with his divine feminine? And he wants her. He wants her nurturing. He wants her love. He wants to be able to trust the knowing and follow his heart to get to her. And she's waiting there for him. She's looking back, waiting for him. In all this beautiful abundance, his heart is open. Her heart is open. So that is what he wants. So with that, guys, I hope that this has been helpful to help understand what's going on. I do want to pull, I'm getting drawn to pull one guidance card for the Divine Masculine. So for the Divine Masculines, what is the guidance, please, Michael, for those of them in this situation? What's your best guidance for them, please? The person you're asking about is trustworthy. What a beautiful message to end on. This is about the masculine having faith that he can open his heart wider in his relationships, and he's protected, and his divine feminine is safe. She is safe to him, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. And this is about trust my knowing and follow my heart. This is what he's doing. So Michael's reinforcing that he knows, the divine masculine knows he wants this feminine. He knows he this emotion, this trusting, this emotional energy he's feeling towards her. You can trust it, divine masculine. Alrighty. Well, I hope that this has been supportive. I am going to go and start recording the extended where we're going to get into more guidance, not only for the divine masculine, but we are going to look at the guidance for the divine feminines as well, because I know you divine feminines are watching this video. So we're not going to leave you out when it comes to the guidance in the extended. But this is something that I have a lot of masculines watching this channel now, so many more masculines, and I love that you guys are here. This reading was so that the masculine also can understand himself, to see validation in his own intuition and his own thought processes. So I hope that this has been helpful for you masculines that are watching, and I wish you guys so much love. Until next time, bye.